The 5 Parenting Styles. Discover your style and its lifelong impact.
Author J.
Published by Breezy Parenting. Introduction. Why parenting styles matter. Parenting is one of the most profound and impactful roles a person can undertake. It shapes not only the lives of children but also the future of society as a whole. The way we parent influences our children's emotional well-being, social skills, academic success, and even their ability to navigate the complexities of adulthood. Yet parenting is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. Every child is unique and so is every parent. Understanding the different parenting styles and their effects can help you make more informed decisions, fostering a healthier and more fulfilling relationship with your child. In this book, we will explore 5 primary parenting styles: authoritarian, permissive, authoritative, uninvolved, and helicopter. Each style has its own set of characteristics, strengths, and potential pitfalls. By delving into these styles, you'll gain insight into how your approach to parenting may be shaping your child's development, both in the short term and over the course of their life. More importantly, you'll learn how to identify your own parenting tendencies and adapt them to better meet your child's needs. This book is designed to be both informative and practical. Each chapter will provide a detailed breakdown of a specific parenting style, including real-life examples, self-assessment tools, and actionable advice. Whether you're a new parent seeking guidance or an experienced one looking to refine your approach, this book will equip you with the knowledge and tools to create a nurturing, balanced, and effective parenting style. By the end of this journey, you'll have a deeper understanding of how your parenting choices impact your child's growth and development. You'll also discover how to blend the best aspects of each style to create a parenting approach that is both flexible and responsive to your child's unique needs. Parenting is not about perfection, it's about connection, growth, and love. Let's embark on this journey together to build stronger, healthier relationships with our children and help them thrive in an ever-changing world. Chapter 1. The Authoritarian Parenting Style. Among the various approaches to parenting, the authoritarian style stands out for its emphasis on structure, discipline, and control. Often characterized by high demands and low responsiveness, authoritarian parenting prioritizes obedience and adherence to rules above all else. While this approach can create a sense of order and predictability, it also carries significant implications for a child's well-being, both in the short term and over the course of their life. At its core, authoritarian parenting is defined by a my way or the highway mentality. Parents who adopt this style set strict rules and expectations, often without explanation or room for negotiation. Phrases like "because I said so" or "do as you're told" are common in authoritarian households, reflecting the one-sided nature of communication. These parents value discipline and control, believing that their role is to shape their child's behavior through firm boundaries and consequences. While this approach may stem from a desire to instill responsibility and respect, it often comes at the expense of emotional warmth and open dialogue. The immediate effects of authoritarian parenting can be both positive and challenging. On the one hand, children raised in such environments often exhibit high levels of obedience and compliance. The clear rules and expectations provide a structured framework that can feel secure and predictable. For example, a child who is expected to complete their homework before dinner and adhere to a strict bedtime routine may develop strong time management skills and a sense of responsibility. In some cases, the pressure to meet high standards can also lead to academic or extracurricular success, as children strive to avoid punishment or disapproval. However, the long-term effects of authoritarian parenting often reveal a more complex picture. While the short-term benefits of obedience and structure are undeniable, the lack of emotional warmth and autonomy can have lasting consequences. Children raised in authoritarian households may grow up feeling anxious or fearful, constantly worried about making mistakes or falling short of expectations. Over time, this can erode their self-esteem, as they internalize the belief that their worth is tied to their ability to meet rigid standards. Additionally, the absence of open communication can strain the parent-child relationship, leading to feelings of resentment or rebellion as the child grows older. Consider the story of Sarah, a 14-year-old girl who grew up in an authoritarian household. Her parents set strict curfews, demanded straight A's, and punished her severely for any infractions. While Sarah excelled academically, she often felt anxious and fearful of making mistakes. As she entered her teenage years, she began to rebel, sneaking out at night and lying to her parents. The lack of open communication and emotional support left her feeling isolated and misunderstood. Sarah's story illustrates how the authoritarian approach, while effective in enforcing compliance, can fail to address a child's emotional needs and foster a sense of trust and connection. On the other hand, Michael, a 10-year-old boy with authoritarian parents, thrived in the structured environment. He appreciated the clear rules and felt secure knowing what was expected of him. However, as he grew older, he struggled to make decisions on his own, often seeking approval from authority figures before taking action. Michael's experience highlights another potential downside of authoritarian parenting. The lack of autonomy can hinder a child's ability to develop independence and confidence in their own decision-making. These real-life examples underscore the importance of reflecting on one's parenting style and its impact on a child's development. While authoritarian parenting can create a sense of order and discipline, it often comes at the cost of emotional connection and flexibility. For parents who identify with this style, it's worth considering whether the emphasis on control aligns with their long-term goals for their child's growth and well-being. To determine whether you lean toward an authoritarian parenting style, take a moment to reflect on your approach. Do you prioritize rules and discipline over emotional connection with your child? Do you find yourself using phrases like "because I said so" or "do as you're told" frequently? Are you uncomfortable with your child questioning your decisions or expressing their opinions? So, you may have an authoritarian parenting style. While this approach can have some benefits, it's important to consider how it may be shaping your child's emotional and social development. Chapter 2: The Permissive Parenting Style. In the spectrum of parenting styles, permissive parenting stands in stark contrast to the rigid structure of authoritarianism. Often described as high warmth, low demand, this approach is characterized by a nurturing and lenient attitude, where parents prioritize their child's happiness and freedom over rules and discipline. While permissive parenting fosters a close emotional bond and a sense of independence, it also raises important questions about the long-term effects of minimal boundaries and guidance. Understanding this style, its strengths, its pitfalls, and its impact on children, can help parents strike a balance between being a friend and being a guide. Permissive parenting is defined by its relaxed approach to rules and expectations. Parents who adopt this style often act more like friends than authority figures, allowing their children to make their own decisions and avoid strict consequences. Phrases like, "it's okay, don't worry about it," or "you can do whatever makes you happy," are common in permissive households, reflecting the emphasis on freedom and emotional connection. These parents are highly responsive to their child's needs and desires, often going out of their way to ensure their child feels loved and supported. However, this responsiveness can sometimes come at the expense of setting clear boundaries or enforcing consistent discipline. In the short term, permissive parenting can create a warm and nurturing environment where children feel valued and heard. The lack of rigid rules and low expectations can foster a strong parent-child bond, as children perceive their parents as approachable and understanding. For example, a child who is allowed to stay up late to finish a favorite TV show, or skip homework to play with friends may feel a sense of freedom and happiness in the moment. This approach can also encourage creativity and self-expression, as children are given the space to explore their interests without fear of judgment or punishment. However, the long-term effects of permissive parenting often reveal a more complicated reality. While the immediate benefits of happiness and emotional connection are undeniable, the lack of structure and discipline can have significant consequences. Children raised in permissive households may struggle with self-regulation, as they are not accustomed to following rules or delaying gratification. Over time, this can lead to challenges in school, work, and relationships, as they may have difficulty adhering to expectations or handling responsibilities. Additionally, the absence of clear boundaries can foster a sense of entitlement, as children grow accustomed to having their desires prioritized over the needs of others. Consider the story of Emma, a 12-year-old girl raised in a permissive household. Her parents rarely enforced rules, allowing her to set her own bedtime, choose her meals, and decide whether or not to complete her homework. While Emma enjoyed the freedom and felt close to her parents, she began to struggle in school as she fell behind on assignments. She also found it difficult to follow instructions from teachers or work collaboratively with peers, as she was unaccustomed to adhering to rules or considering others' perspectives. Emma's story illustrates how the permissive approach, while nurturing, can fail to prepare children for the realities of a structured world. On the other hand, Jake, a 9-year-old boy with permissive parents, thrived in the creative and open environment. His parents encouraged him to pursue his interests, whether it was painting, playing music, or building elaborate Lego structures. Jake's confidence and creativity flourished, and he developed a strong sense of independence. However, as he grew older, he began to struggle with time management and responsibility, often procrastinating on tasks or forgetting commitments. Jake's experience highlights the double-edged sword of permissive parenting. While it can foster creativity and self-expression, it may also leave children ill-equipped to navigate the demands of adulthood. These real-life examples underscore the importance of reflecting on one's parenting style and its impact on a child's development. While permissive parenting can create a loving and supportive environment, it often lacks the structure and guidance necessary to help children develop self-discipline and responsibility. For parents who identify with this style, it's worth considering how to incorporate more boundaries and expectations without sacrificing the warmth and connection that make this approach so appealing. To determine whether you lean toward a permissive parenting style, take a moment to reflect on your approach. Do you prioritize your child's happiness and freedom over rules and discipline? Do you find yourself avoiding conflict or giving in to your child's demands to keep the peace? Are you more comfortable being a friend than an authority figure? So, you may have a permissive parenting style. While this approach can foster a close emotional bond, it's important to consider how it may be shaping your child's ability to navigate the challenges of life. Chapter 3: The Uninvolved Parenting Style. Parenting is a role that demands time, energy, and emotional investment. Yet, in the spectrum of parenting styles, the uninvolved approach stands out for its lack of engagement and responsiveness. Often described as low demand, low responsiveness. Uninvolved parenting is characterized by a hands-off attitude, where parents provide minimal guidance, support, or supervision. While this style may stem from various factors such as personal challenges, lack of resources, or emotional unavailability, its impact on children is often profound and far-reaching. Understanding this style, its causes, and its consequences is essential for recognizing its effects and fostering healthier parent-child relationships. Uninvolved parenting is defined by its absence of structure, emotional connection, and active involvement in a child's life. Parents who adopt this style may be physically present but emotionally distant, often prioritizing their own needs or challenges over those of their children. Phrases like, "do whatever you want," or "I don't have time for this," are common in uninvolved households, reflecting the lack of engagement and interest. These parents may provide basic necessities like food and shelter but often fail to offer the emotional support, guidance, or attention that children need to thrive. In the short term, Uninvolved parenting can create a sense of independence in children, as they are left to navigate their world with minimal interference. For example, a child who is allowed to make their own decisions about bedtime, meals, or screen time may develop a sense of self-sufficiency. However, this independence often comes at a cost. Without the guidance and support of a caring adult, children may struggle to understand boundaries, develop healthy habits, or build a sense of security. The lack of emotional connection can leave them feeling neglected, unimportant, or invisible. The long-term effects of uninvolved parenting are often deeply concerning. Children raised in such environments may experience emotional neglect, which can have lasting consequences for their self-esteem, relationships, and overall well-being. Without the nurturing presence of a parent, they may struggle to form healthy attachments or trust others. Over time, this can lead to feelings of loneliness, low self-worth, and difficulty regulating emotions. Additionally, the absence of structure and guidance can result in poor decision-making, risky behaviors, and challenges in school or work. In extreme cases, uninvolved parenting can contribute to mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, or substance abuse. Consider the story of Alex, a 16-year-old boy raised in an uninvolved household. His parents were often preoccupied with work and personal struggles, leaving him to fend for himself. While Alex appreciated the freedom to make his own choices, he often felt lonely and unsupported. As he grew older, he began to struggle with school, relationships, and self-esteem. Without the guidance of his parents, he made poor decisions, such as skipping classes and experimenting with alcohol. Alex's story illustrates how uninvolved parenting, while seemingly liberating, can leave children feeling lost and unsupported. On the other hand, Lily, a 10-year-old girl with uninvolved parents, developed a strong sense of independence at an early age. She learned to cook simple meals, manage her homework, and entertain herself. While these skills were valuable, Lily often felt a deep sense of sadness and longing for her parents' attention. As she grew older, she struggled to form close relationships, fearing rejection or abandonment. Lily's experience highlights the emotional toll of uninvolved parenting. While it may foster self-sufficiency, it often comes at the expense of emotional security and connection. These real-life examples underscore the importance of reflecting on one's parenting style and its impact on a child's development. While uninvolved parenting may stem from personal challenges or circumstances, its effects on children are often profound and long-lasting. For parents who identify with this style, it's worth considering how to become more engaged and present in their child's life, even in small but meaningful ways. Whether it's setting aside time for a conversation, showing interest in their activities, or simply offering a hug, these gestures can make a world of difference. To determine whether you lean toward an uninvolved parenting style, take a moment to reflect on your approach. Do you often feel disconnected or disengaged from your child's life? Are you preoccupied with your own challenges or responsibilities, leaving little time or energy for parenting? Do you struggle to provide emotional support or guidance to your child? If so, you may have an uninvolved parenting style. While this approach may not be intentional, it's important to recognize its impact and take steps to build a stronger connection with your child. Chapter 4: The Helicopter Parenting Style. In the ever-evolving landscape of parenting, the helicopter style has emerged as a modern phenomenon, characterized by its intense involvement and overprotectiveness. Often described as high-demand, high-responsiveness, helicopter parenting is marked by a constant hovering over a child's life, with parents micromanaging their activities, decisions, and even emotions. While this approach is often driven by love and a desire to ensure a child's success and safety, it can have unintended consequences that hinder a child's ability to grow, learn, and thrive independently. Understanding the helicopter parenting style, its motivations, its effects, and its challenges, is essential for finding a healthier balance between involvement and autonomy. Helicopter parenting is defined by its excessive control and involvement in a child's life. Parents who adopt this style are deeply invested in their child's success, often stepping in to solve problems, make decisions, or shield them from failure. Phrases like, "Let me handle that for you," or "I'll talk to your teacher about that grade," are common in helicopter households, reflecting the desire to protect and control. These parents may monitor their child's every move, from their academic performance to their social interactions, often with the best of intentions. However, this level of involvement can inadvertently send a message that the child is incapable of handling life's challenges on their own. In the short term, helicopter parenting can create a sense of security and achievement for children. With their parents closely guiding and supporting them, children may excel academically, socially, or in extracurricular activities. For example, a child whose parent intervenes to ensure they get the best grades, or the most playing time on a sports team may experience immediate success and recognition. The strong parent-child connection can also foster a sense of closeness and trust, as children feel supported and cared for. However, this success often comes at a cost, as children may become overly reliant on their parents and lack the opportunity to develop essential life skills. The long-term effects of helicopter parenting are often more concerning. While the immediate benefits of high achievement and security are undeniable, the lack of independence and resilience can have lasting consequences. Children raised by helicopter parents may struggle with decision-making, problem-solving, and coping with failure, as they are rarely given the chance to navigate challenges on their own. Over time, this can lead to anxiety, low self-confidence, and difficulty adapting to the demands of adulthood. Additionally, the constant pressure to meet their parents' high expectations can result in stress, burnout, and a fear of disappointing others. Consider the story of Ryan, a 19-year-old college student raised by helicopter parents. Throughout his childhood, his parents meticulously managed his schedule, homework, and social life, ensuring he excelled in every area. While Ryan graduated high school at the top of his class, he struggled immensely in college. Without his parents' constant guidance, he felt overwhelmed by the need to make decisions and manage his time. He also feared failure, as he had never been allowed to experience it before. Ryan's story illustrates how helicopter parenting, while well-intentioned, can leave children ill-equipped to handle the challenges of independence. On the other hand, Sophia, a 12-year-old girl with helicopter parents, thrived in the structured and supportive environment they created. Her parents were deeply involved in her education, extracurricular activities, and friendships, ensuring she had every opportunity to succeed. However, as she entered her teenage years, Sophia began to feel suffocated by her parents' constant oversight. She longed for the freedom to make her own choices and learn from her mistakes, but felt unable to assert her independence. Sophia's experience highlights the double-edged sword of helicopter parenting. While it can foster achievement and security, it may also stifle a child's ability to grow and self-advocate. These real-life examples underscore the importance of reflecting on one's parenting style and its impact on a child's development. While helicopter parenting may stem from a place of love and concern, it's essential to consider how it may be shaping a child's ability to navigate the world independently. For parents who identify with this style, it's worth exploring ways to step back and allow their child to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from their experiences. After all, parenting is not about shielding children from every challenge, it's about equipping them with the tools to face challenges with confidence and resilience. To determine whether you lean toward a helicopter parenting style, take a moment to reflect on your approach. Do you find yourself constantly intervening in your child's life, whether it's their academics, friendships, or hobbies? Are you uncomfortable with the idea of your child failing or making mistakes? Do you struggle to let go and allow your child to take responsibility for their actions? So, you may have a helicopter parenting style. While this approach may stem from a desire to protect and support, it's important to consider how it may be impacting your child's growth and independence. Chapter 5. The Authoritative Parenting Style. In the vast landscape of parenting styles, authoritative parenting emerges as a balanced and effective approach, often regarded as the gold standard by child development experts. Striking a harmonious middle ground between the rigid control of authoritarian parenting and the leniency of permissive parenting. This style combines high expectations with emotional warmth and responsiveness. Authoritative parents set clear rules and boundaries while also fostering open communication and independence. The result is a parenting approach that not only guides children toward responsible behavior but also nurtures their emotional well-being and self-confidence. Parents who adopt this style are firm yet flexible, setting clear expectations while also considering their child's feelings and perspectives. Phrases like, "Let's talk about why this rule is important," or "I understand how you feel but we still need to follow the rules," are common in authoritative households, reflecting the emphasis on dialogue and mutual respect. These parents value discipline and structure but also prioritize emotional connection and understanding. They view their role as guides rather than enforcers, helping their children navigate the world with confidence and resilience. The short-term effects of authoritative parenting are overwhelmingly positive. Children raised in such environments often exhibit a strong sense of security and trust, knowing that their parents' rules are rooted in care and concern. For example, a child who is expected to complete their homework before playing video games, but is also given the freedom to choose when and how they complete their assignments, may develop a sense of responsibility and time management. The combination of clear expectations and emotional support fosters confidence and self-discipline, enabling children to thrive in both structured and unstructured settings. The long-term effects of authoritative parenting are equally compelling. Research consistently shows that children raised by authoritative parents tend to grow into independent, emotionally regulated, and socially competent adults. They are more likely to excel academically, form healthy relationships, and navigate challenges with resilience. This is because authoritative parenting equips children with the tools they need to succeed: a strong moral compass, the ability to regulate their emotions, and the confidence to make decisions. Unlike authoritarian parenting, which can instill fear and anxiety, or permissive parenting, which can lead to entitlement and lack of discipline, authoritative parenting strikes a balance that prepares children for the complexities of life. Consider the story of Mia, a 15-year-old girl raised in an authoritative household. Her parents set clear expectations for her behavior and academic performance, but also encouraged open communication and problem-solving. When Mia struggled with a difficult math class, her parents didn't punish or coddle her. Instead, they worked with her to develop a study plan and provided emotional support. Over time, Mia not only improved her grades but also developed a growth mindset, learning to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Mia's story illustrates how authoritative parenting fosters both achievement and emotional resilience. On the other hand, Daniel, a 7-year-old boy with authoritative parents, thrived in the structured yet nurturing environment. His parents set consistent bedtime routines and homework expectations, but also allowed him to choose his extracurricular activities and express his opinions. Daniel felt secure in the knowledge that his parents cared about his well-being and respected his autonomy. As he grew older, he developed strong social skills and a sense of responsibility, excelling in both school and his relationships with peers. Daniel's experience highlights the enduring benefits of authoritative parenting. It prepares children to navigate the world with confidence, empathy, and self-discipline. These real-life examples underscore the transformative power of authoritative parenting. By combining structure with warmth, discipline with understanding, and guidance with independence, this approach creates an environment where children can thrive emotionally, socially, and academically. For parents who aspire to adopt this style, It's important to remember that authoritative parenting is not about perfection, it's about balance. It's about setting clear expectations while also listening to your child's perspective. It's about enforcing rules while also offering empathy and support. And it's about guiding your child toward independence while also providing a safe and nurturing foundation. To determine whether you lean toward an authoritative parenting style, take a moment to reflect on your approach. Do you set clear rules and expectations while also considering your child's feelings and opinions? Do you prioritize open communication and problem-solving over punishment or permissiveness? Are you comfortable being both a guide and a source of emotional support for your child? So, you may have an authoritative parenting style. This approach, while not without its challenges, offers a powerful framework for raising confident, capable, and compassionate children. Conclusion: understanding your parenting style. The journey through the diverse landscape of parenting styles reveals a profound truth. Understanding our own approach is paramount. It's not merely about labeling ourselves as authoritarian or authoritative. It's about delving into the why behind our choices. The root causes of our parenting styles often lie deeply embedded in our own childhood experiences, cultural influences, and personal beliefs. We may unconsciously replicate the patterns we observed in our own upbringing, or react against them. We might be shaped by societal expectations, or influenced by our own anxieties and insecurities. Recognizing these root causes is the first step towards conscious parenting. The ripple effect of our chosen style is undeniable. Each approach creates a distinct emotional climate, shaping our children's development in profound ways. The authoritarian style, rooted in control, can breed fear and resentment. The permissive style, born of a desire to avoid conflict, can foster entitlement and a lack of self-discipline. The uninvolved style, stemming from emotional detachment, leaves children feeling neglected and insecure. And the helicopter style, driven by anxiety, can stifle independence and resilience. Awareness of this cause and effect relationship is crucial. When we understand how our parenting choices impact our children, we gain the power to make informed decisions. We can recognize when our own baggage is influencing our behavior and take steps to break unhealthy patterns. However, understanding the why is only the first step. To translate this awareness into positive change, we must also embrace adaptability and self-awareness. Each family is unique with its own dynamics, values, and cultural background. Therefore, finding balance is essential. It's about drawing upon the best aspects of each style, adapting them to fit our individual circumstances and our children's specific needs. Consider the strength of structure from the authoritarian approach, the warmth and flexibility of the permissive style, and the clear communication and support of the authoritative style. By fostering open communication, setting clear boundaries, and providing consistent support, we can empower our children to thrive. The journey of parenting is a continuous process of learning and growth, requiring patience, understanding, and a commitment to nurturing a healthy and fulfilling parent-child relationship. By understanding the roots of our parenting styles and the ripple effects they create, and then actively using that knowledge to create a balanced approach, we can navigate the complexities of parenthood with greater awareness, ultimately fostering healthier and more fulfilling relationships within our unique family context. Thank you for listening to this book. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, I'd be so grateful if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Sharing this content with others who might benefit from it would mean the world to me. Your support helps me continue creating content like this, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.